A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for you keep. Have faith in your dreams and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true.
All right, let's set sail. Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Josh from the Orlando Adventure here. This video is actually starting the day before our Disney Dream Cruise. We're actually here in Fort Lauderdale. We decided to drive down a day early. We decided it was going to be a little easier, a little more peaceful, and a little less stressful if we just came the day before. So right now we're actually at the Hyatt Place Hotel, the Cruise Terminal 1, but we're really close. It's like 10 minutes away, maybe not even 2 blocks away. Tomorrow morning is going to be the day. So we already had some dinner here. If you're looking to stay at this hotel, this one is one of 2 Hyatt Places in Fort Lauderdale. There is another one that's over by the airport. So if you're looking for something close by, the one that says Cruise Terminal, Hyatt Place Cruise Terminal is really close. It's an okay hotel. It's I think we paid like about $150, and it's a really large room that we have. It's just for the night, but the proximity of the port is what's selling me here, and it's really close. And literally tomorrow morning we'll just have some breakfast. Breakfast is free. We'll pack up, and then literally our port arrival time is 11:45 to 12. So we'll head over there in the morning. I'm gonna go inside the hotel and I'll show you guys a little bit here too, and just so you can see what it looks like. So let's walk over there now. So we are up here on the 3rd floor. We are room 310, which is this one here. 310. All right, let's go inside. From the front of the hotel room, he's got this very large, spacious sitting area here. Got a little desk here, a little sink with a coffee maker and a fridge. Got 2 twin beds over there. There's a bathroom around the corner, and then there's a little closet and also a sink over there. So I'm not gonna show you that side of the room, but it's very spacious. The only thing about this hotel though is that it is a little dated. Some of the things are worn out in here. So I overheard them in the lobby talking about doing some renovations, but otherwise this place is really close to the port. Like I said, 10 minutes. If you look on Google Maps, I'll put a picture there. We're super close, so I don't have to rush in the morning. We can take our time getting there. We'll be there in no time. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning at Port Fort Lauderdale. All right, see you guys tomorrow. All right, everybody, so we are finally past check-in. The process took a little longer here. Our port arrival time was 11:45 to 12 noon, and we got in line. They were asking for anybody before 12 noon, so we got in line, and it is currently 1:10, I think, a little bit past 1. It looks like, there's plenty of check-in stations and everything. It just was a longer process, but we're here. We finally got through that part. We're about to go board the ship. We're just taking a quick bathroom break, and then we're gonna get on board. All right, so we are aboard right now. And I guess the good thing about coming on a little later is that now our room is almost ready. So we're actually just gonna walk back there. We're in the aft, and it's room 6668. I'll show that to you guys here shortly. And then the nice thing is Cabanas is also just straight up right above our room. So it's not a far trip to go to Cabanas to get some lunch. So we're walking that way now. All right, so we finally made it to Cabanas. And honestly, this is a very familiar experience because we were just on the Fantasy a couple years ago, like 2 years ago. So it still feels very familiar, but also the Dream is a little bit different. Notice a couple different touches, but Cabanas looks exactly the same. And so we're just gonna eat lunch here. Thankfully, lunch is until 3 o'clock, so we got some time. But out here, you got a good view of the terminal here. You can see Fort Lauderdale, downtown Fort Lauderdale in the distance, and a nice view of the Intercoastal. All right, so it's nice to be aboard the Dream because unlike the Disney Wish and the Treasure, you can actually serve yourself here at Cabanas. So that was one of the complaints from my other video that I did. And so it was nice because I could actually grab our own food. All right, here's my lunch spread. We got some asparagus, mashed potatoes, a lamb chop, kasha, and a salad. All right, so we just had lunch. We came back to the stateroom real quick to drop off a couple things. I had to light my bag, and we're actually heading over to our muster station now. It's about muster drill time. We're gonna get there a little early. And then afterwards, it's the deck party, the sail away party. All right, so our muster station is back here in the district, and we're gonna be going P down this way. P. P. Hello. All right, with muster drills out of the way, we are up on deck 12. Actually, this time we came up here. I think we have a really good spot up here to watch the show, and we're gonna watch the sail away party. This one, it should be the same as the one that's on the Fantasy, except that was the silver anniversary street, so they had a little bit extra. But either way, we're about to say farewell to Fort Lauderdale and hello to Vacation and Nassau. Alrighty, so I have a couple minutes before our dinner time, so I'm actually heading over to guest services, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about my thoughts of the dream, and I feel like it's kind of changed my opinions on the dream and the fantasy. I kind of was wishy-washy on whether I'd put the fantasy first or the wish, but now I definitely think for me the dream and the fantasy are first. Third place would be the wish, and that's mainly because, well, obviously I have some nostalgia towards the ships. We had a really great time on the fantasy. I'm actually liking a lot of things about the dream more, just some of the designs, layouts, the theming. I know the dream doesn't have the Aqualab splash pad, but right now that's not that major of an issue. We still have the Nemo Reef, which the kids really enjoy. But overall, I'm really excited to be on ship. I'm so happy. This is like my happy place. I'm sure some of you guys can relate if you like Disney cruises. This is home. I love being here, so I'm super excited for the next 4 days. And I'm super excited to sharing it with you guys. So if you guys like this video, please give me a like. Consider subscribing to my channel. I do a lot of Disney cruises, but I also go to the Disney theme parks, things around Orlando. I know I've taken a little bit of a break. I had a little gap there earlier in the year. Sometimes, you know, I do this for fun, so sometimes I just need to take a little break before I start making videos again. So, but thank you again. If you guys are subscribed, thank you for watching my videos. And I'm looking forward to making this video for you guys. So, again, also, if you see me around, I put a little magnet on my door. If you're ever on the cruise and you see my magnet, stop and say hello. I love talking to you guys. Not a lot of people, I'm a small channel, so not a lot of people know who I am, but I love meeting new people who like the same thing. So definitely stop by, say hello. And right now, almost to the main lobby, we're gonna go to guest relations. All right, guest relations, super helpful. They are right off the entrance, right over here, if you're looking for them. I added some rewards balances I have. I have Disney Visa rewards, so I added the balance here so they hit that first. And again, it's right next to the main lobby. Also, when you get on board, we already had the Disney Plus bands. I use it as my magic band to go to Disney. But you can actually activate it here. So you just basically bring your band, they'll tap activate it to your account if it's not activated already. And it's really quick, takes like 2 seconds. I actually had somebody walking around doing it. So I'm gonna head back over to the stateroom, relax a little bit before dinner. We are at Enchanted Garden today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually pirate night. We're gonna be at Nassau. So I'm gonna walk around the ship, but gosh, I love this ship. This ship is so beautiful. I love the lighting fixtures. This is probably my favorite chandelier. Honestly, I think the theming of the dream surpasses that of the fantasy, and this is my favorite Disney ship so far. I'm really loving it. I love this ship so far. I'm happy we're here. So I'm just excited to get this voyage started. So let's go. A dream's wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you can. Looks like the clouds are rolling back in. We were kind of worried today because it started off super dreary, super rainy. I don't know if you could tell this morning, but it was pouring rain. It was pouring buckets, and it said it was supposed to rain all day today. But fortunately, it looks like the rain has settled down. It was actually the sun came out when we were doing the deck party, which is great. We had some great weather up there, but now it looks like the rain is coming back in. And Tiffany looked at the weather, and apparently it's supposed to be stormy again tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Hopefully we have great weather. The other thing we're hoping to, I know, I mean, it's still kind of humid and warm, but that if we do get a little bit of sun, so it feels warm in the water. I know, I think recently the Tim Trackers just went on the Wish, and they were at Castaway Cay, and Tiffany said that they mentioned the water was cold. So I'm okay with that. It's been kind of warm. I think it's still going to be warm regardless. We're actually at Lighthouse Point on day 3, so I'm looking forward to that. This is why we're doing this cruise in particular. We're doing this cruise so we can go see Lighthouse Point. I'm really excited to see that. All right, I also can't remember if I asked you guys to do this, but if you like this video again, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the like button and give me some ideas. What do you like?
I couldn't see either.
All right, this is not really a room tour, but a quick look again at the setup. This is exactly the same as we had on the Fantasy. The 2 bathrooms there, the shower, the main bed. This room is bigger than the Fantasy. We didn't have this extra space at the end. Murphy bed there, bunk bed here, couch bed there. All of the stuff on this here is a lot of space for storage. The nice thing I noticed, I wonder if they did this recently, they have USB ports. I can't remember if this was here. They have a USB and a USB-C on there. And then you do have some plugs on this side here. I did buy a 220 volt converter, but there's some stipulations that if you use something like that, you have to make sure whatever you're plugging in there has got a range from 110 to 220. So like your phone chargers, just look at them. If they say 110 to 220, you can use it. This side does not have an extra plug, unfortunately. So whoever's on this side will have to have their stuff plugged in maybe over here. And I do feel like, I don't know if it's because, you know, compared to like when we're on the Magic, but the Dream, this stateroom is very clean. And I think I also figured out why. At least one of the part of the reasons why I'm liking the Disney Dream a lot. And again, it's partly because it reminds me of the fantasy, but it's also the smell. So all of the Disney ships have the same smell. And except for, I think, the Wish, the last time we went on, it didn't have the smell. And I was really disappointed. But now that we're on here, the smell, it's like something they put in the air. Or I don't know what it is. It's got like a perfumey smell. It's a Disney cruise smell. And I love it. And it's psychological. It's purely psychological. It smells like a Disney cruise should smell like. So that's proper. Anyway, we haven't left yet. See, we're still here. It is actually 5:15 almost, and we still haven't left. And it looks like the gantry is still hooked up to the ship. When I was down in the lobby, people were still boarding. And all aboard was supposed to be 3 o'clock. And I think we were supposed to be sailing away once we set sail after the party. All right, so here's the one side of the bathroom. You got a sink, toilet, and this is where it smells the strongest of Disney Cruise, so I'm appreciating that. And then here's the shower area. We've got a really good sized shower in here. I do like the showers in the Dream and the Fantasy. It's a nice tub with a sitting area, and it is a handle you can use. And then we also have the line here. We always leave this out too. There's actually 2 in here. 1, 2, so you can hang your clothes after you've swam all day. And then a lot of space for your toiletries all along here, and a good sized sink. So 2 good sized bathrooms. All right, so it sounds like we heard on the overhead, they mentioned that sail away is going to be 5:30 now. So it's 5:32. We haven't sailed away yet, but I think we're going to sail soon. Our time was supposed to be 11:45 to 12. We were in line like at 11:20 something, 11:30. But the process to get through took a long time. Like the line was very slow. There was a lot of check-in people. I don't know if they needed double or if just the internet was going slow for them. But we didn't get aboard the ship until like 1 o'clock. So it took... We were in line for more than an hour just going through that process. So don't know if it was an oddity, if today's just a rare day, and I think maybe that's why they're still boarding people. Maybe it was just a long process here, so they're still delayed. Either way, we're about to set sail here hopefully soon. And we're also going to go to Enchanted Garden. So we are here in the Enchanted Garden, and the menu looks, I guess, similar to last time. I can't quite remember. I'll have to look at it and compare it to my previous the Fantasy Cruise. But I've already looked ahead because at least on the last cruise, it looks like they're asking you for all of your meal up front. So we'll see if that's what they do here on the Dream, if it's the same as our experience on the Wish. But we already know what we're gonna get, so at least we got that much going for us.
That's our table number.
All right, so we also just noticed we are now moving, so it looks like we are sailing away from Fort Lauderdale. So we're finally on our way out of Florida. All right, so one thing Tiff and I were just talking about, the atmosphere coming to Enchanted Garden is a lot calmer, at least to start this cruise off, than when we went to the Wish in Arendelle, because they basically started right away with the music. You know, it's hard to hear when you're putting the order. And also, we didn't feel rushed. He did take our full order. At least we gave him our appetizer and entree. Didn't ask for dessert yet, so I don't know if they're doing that here so much. It does feel less pressure on the Disney Dream. It looks like we've done a full 180 because I can see a building that was on one side of the ship. Now it's on the other. So we're still heading out. We already put an order in, kids order in. That's another thing too. We got pizza for the kids. The kids, I don't think that was on tonight's menu for them, but you can ask for a lot of stuff that's not on the menu and they'll get them. So they're getting pizza tonight. Oh, and Aurora's gonna get the pasta. Now tomorrow is Nassau Day and it's Pirate Night also. So we'll be back here in this restaurant again tomorrow. It seems like usually you'll double up on a 4-night or greater cruise. You'll double up on the restaurant you're gonna do Pirate Night. So we'll have Pirate Night again here tomorrow. And tomorrow there'll be 2 shows. So we'll check those out and I'll record those for you guys. But for now, we're just waiting for our meal.
Nice. Yeah. And after that is right. So tomorrow you're
All right, we got our appetizers here. I've got the asparagus cream soup with crab meat in it, and then Tiffany just got the tomato soup.
Josh.
That's a pasta noodle, girl. You gonna eat it?
I gotta get a big on actually.
You gonna eat it? Oh, there you go.
Should I even bother with a big?
Alrighty, so I finished my soup. It was really good. I'm just looking at the menu here. It's actually this one right here, which is the cream of green asparagus with crab meat and asparagus tips. It's really delicious. I did think about ordering the... Where is it at? Here. Oh, I passed it up. The North Atlantic lobster ravioli. I think I might have had this before on a different cruise. And you are able to order as much as you want. So if I wanted to, I could just go ahead and order another appetizer. I could order as many as I want. They'll bring them out for you. But I actually want to be hungry for the actual meal. So I didn't get a second one. I think the actual main entree is going to be filling enough. So I don't need a second meal here. And then we're going to have dessert too. I'm going to get a sundae. That's my favorite thing to get on Disney cruises. All right, so here's Tiffany's option tonight. She got the marjoram scented roast chicken, served with baked and crushed sweet potatoes, buttered baby spinach, and thyme red wine chicken juice. And I got here the slow roasted prime rib, and it's carved and served with thyme roasted vegetables, double baked potato, natural juice, and horseradish, which I opted not to get. I'm not a fan of horseradish, so at least I got some veggies. My potato looks really good. I'm gonna dive into this and I'll tell you guys how it is. And I think this confirms how they're doing it here on the Disney Dreams. A little bit different from the other ships right now. They're not rush ordering you to get everything in right away like we did on our last one on the Wish. We did give them our appetizer and entree, but they haven't asked us for the dessert yet. I'm sure they're gonna come around. So pros and cons to that. I feel like we went through the dinner a little bit quicker aboard the Disney Wish with us giving everything up front, but you have to know everything ahead of time. Versus right now, we're just getting our meal. So it's been about an hour since we got into Enchanted Garden, and so we're finally getting our main entree, and then they'll ask us for dessert. So this is something to take into consideration if you got something going on after dinner. All right, everybody, here it is. The chocolate brownie sundae. So it's got chocolate ice cream. I know on the bottom down here somewhere, there is a piece of brownie inside. We always get a chocolate on top. I don't know what this is. Delicious, I'm sure. And it looks like the kids also wanted sundaes, so they each got one too. Tiffany got the garden torts, and I feel like she's had this on a previous cruise. I don't know, I guess we'll see. I think it's like chocolate and coffee.
And caramel.
And caramel. Chocolate, coffee, and caramel. And then Aurora got herself a little vanilla ice cream. Oops. Is that good, sweetheart? Yum, yum. Yum, yum. Ah. Mmm. All right, so I just took a bite out of this, and it's like a peanut butter cookie. So it goes well with this. This is like a peanut butter cookie part, and it goes well with the chocolate. All right, I'm gonna eat this chocolate here first, Disney Cruise chocolate. It's really good. All right, here's my ice cream. Alright, so dinner was good tonight. We're all done. Everybody seems really tired though. We've had a long day. Everybody got up very early this morning. So Aurora and Ezra, they're wanting to get to bed. So we're gonna head back to the stateroom, get them ready for bed, get them off to bed, and depending on how much time I have, I usually like to go out, but I might, if I have time, try to see the show. Otherwise, I might do a little ship tour, walk around. We'll find something to do. So let's go back to the room now. And here's a quick look at outside. It's very choppy waters, and it's still kind of gray, and I think it's raining. Oh, what is? Oh, that's a reflection. I'm like, what is that in my video? It's a white thing floating out in the water. Anyway, yeah, kind of a rainy day. I don't know if I'd want to go on the 11th or 12th deck up there right now. Alrighty. What do you got, Juju? Can I see what we have?
A sweet crab, and I put them out.
A sweet crab. All right, everybody. So it is a little bit later. Finally got the kids off to bed. And actually, I went the wrong way. Let's go back down. Got all the kids off to bed. Wife's ready for bed, so she's in the room with the kids. And it's kind of late to do anything. I missed the show. It was kind of foggy. It's humid out here. So I missed the show that they had tonight. They had the, I forgot what it was called, well, basically a throwback show for animation. And let's see. Oh, I guess we can. Let's go outside. All right, so like I said, I missed the show earlier today. It was at 8:30. By the time we all got the kids ready for bed and everything, it's much later. So that's about 9:30 now. So I'm actually out on the 4th deck promenade. I wanted to see how it looked outside. It's actually raining and storming outside. So I'm gonna show you guys that here in a minute. You can see lightning flashing, but I don't know, I kind of like it. And there's this cool thing here. This is also on the 4th deck outside. So if you look here, kind of windy, sorry. 4th deck promenade, you have this little alcoves here that you can sit. It's still outside. There's places to sit here. And it's right outside the deck 4 adult area. Anyway, like I said, it's kind of windy and rainy. It's hard to see much out there. Let's go a little bit further down. Kind of get blasted with some wind here. See if we can, yeah. See, it's kind of stormy, a little wavy. You can still see the water down there. I don't want my Osmo Pocket to get too wet. It's not waterproof, so I'm gonna back away from the edge here and get out of the rain. All right, came back inside. We're going straight down now. We're at the midship deck. We're gonna go down to deck 3 and check out the shops. So it looks like some of the merch that they have here, it's kind of Mexican themed. I don't know if that's on purpose for the Coco restaurant that they have on the Treasure, but there is quite a bit here. So if you're missing out some merch, the Dream does have some merch that may be related to Coco here. I also have these towel animal stuffies, the same ones that we saw on the Wish. So it looks like they do have a lot of new merch though, 2025 Disney Cruise Line merch. So that's what I'm seeing, a lot of 2025 Disney Cruise Line stuff. All right, I really like this hat. All right, so since this is the first night of the shops being open since we're at sea, it's expected to be pretty busy. Both dinners are out, shows are out now, so everybody's in here shopping. So it's a little busy, but if you're looking to do some shopping when it's less busy, I'd wait either till later or maybe one of the other days later in your cruise. The only thing about that is you might miss out on some things that are only limited stock. Things do sell out here, so you'd run that risk if you wait that things you're wanting or you're looking for are gonna sell out. So, but right now it's not too bad actually. There's not too long of a line for shopping. There's people out here, but a lot of them are actually lined up out here to meet Daisy. Daisy's right out here. And then we'll go over to Sea Treasures here in a little bit and check that out. But first, let's finish looking around here. So I noticed these are a new Loungefly with Captain Minnie on there. I know Juliana would really like that. And like I said, a lot of new 2025 cruise line merch here. that's the other thing I forgot to mention too. Your shirt sizes also might sell out. If you're a common size, like a medium, small, a lot of times those sell out really quick if you have a specific shirt you want. And right now I'm seeing a lot of extra large. It doesn't mean they're completely out. It just means what they have on the floor is sold out. They may have some stuff in the back, so you can either ask them or just wait for the next day for them to restock everything. All right, let's go to the next area here. This is the toy section. The kids would love this area. All right, I'm gonna head over now to Sea Treasures, so let's walk over there now. So on the Fantasy, Dream, Magic Wonder, they have the Sea Treasures and they also have the Mickey's mainsail. And how I would describe the two is mainsail's more, you know, they have some of the fun Disney Cruise Line stuff and the kids stuff, so it's a little younger crowd. Whereas Sea Treasures has a little bit more of the older crowd, adult and older crowd stuff here. They equally have good merchandise. I would check both places and see if they have stuff you like. But I know I see already the bag that Juliana has that we got for her on the, I can't remember if that was on the Wish. We got her a little bag. But they have a lot of merch here too, a lot of this, cruise line specific stuff. Now I really like cruise specific things, like cruise ship specific things. So this is for the Dream here. I got some ears for the Dream. And just in case you're wondering, you're a collector, these are $45. I think the other ones that we saw too over in Mickey's mainsail were also $45 as well. Again, I really like this kind of merch. I love Disney Dream. I love the cruise line specific merch, the cruise ship specific merch, and the Dream one is really nice. So coming into this cruise, I told myself I'm not gonna get a bunch of merch, but honestly, if I was gonna get a shirt, I really like this one. And I did it in a medium. They have two here, so I think I'm gonna wait though. We'll see if they still have it. I don't want to keep buying a bunch of Disney Cruise Line merch, but I might want to get something Lighthouse Point specific since we're going there at this cruise. But if I were to get a shirt, this would probably be the one I would pick. All right, and just for reference, so you know where we are right now, the main Atrium lobby is this way. So it's on the same deck 3 as the Atrium lobby, all the shopping, as opposed to some of the other ships where it's up on deck 5 or wherever. And right now is actually a good time. A lot of people are taking pictures. They have a lot of pictures going on. Here, you can see picture opportunity here, picture opportunity up top with Mickey. That's what that line is for. And then around the ship, there's also more picture opportunities. Also looks like they're doing the picture opportunities for the backdrops. That picture opportunities for the backdrops. So I'm not going into the other shops, but some of the other available shopping aboard the Disney Dream, just like the Disney Fantasy, we have Diamonds and Wishes here, which is a jewelry store. We have Whitecaps, which is right down here on the other side. And this is high-end bags. They're also Disney themed. I'm not gonna go in here as well, but we can just see some stuff right there. Looks like they also have some sunglasses, some Pandora stuff here, jewelry. A lot of Disney specific things here. Right after that is Preludes, which is the where you can get popcorn before you go into the Walt Disney World Theater. They often do shows in there, but they also play movies in there as well. So here's a quick look. Here's what they had tonight. They had the Golden Mickeys, and it looks like tomorrow they're gonna be playing Thunderbolts, the movie, in this one over here. Then they're gonna do Disney's Believe on day 3, and then Beauty and the Beast in here in the Walt Disney Theater. They also have some other theaters on deck 4 that they play other movies. I think they're going to be doing Snow White on this sailing, so that's also an option for watching. Alrighty, I'm going to go back out here because it seemed like it was the quickest way to get back to the aft part. Oh wait, that's temporarily closed. Is this temporarily closed? It is. Alright, so it looks like one side of the ship is temporarily closed, but I can still come in this way, so we're gonna go this way now. And it's still storming right now, so I've never been at sea when it's been very stormy. I apologize for the wind. I didn't put any of my windscreen muffs on the Osmo Pocket 3 yet. I'll do that this evening. But I gotta say, the oceans aren't that bad. I thought they would be a lot rougher, but I guess it's not that bad, so windy. I gotta say, so far we had a good day 1 here aboard the Disney Dream. We had a really great time. It is very rainy day today, very rainy. I'm glad it didn't rain this hard during our sail away party, but I love the touches here. It's really reminding me of the Fantasy, and again, it's making me really think that Disney Fantasy and Disney Dream are my 1 and 2 favorite ships in Disney Presents fleet. So I'm having a good time here, really enjoying it. And yeah, definitely recommend you guys get out there and get sailing. I'm gonna end the video here. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm ready for bed. I don't know if you guys can tell, I am tired. My voice is like different. So I'm gonna go back to the stateroom and go to bed. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We have a busy day, Nassau, day 2, but we're gonna have fun on board in the pools and slides. All right, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening. Art Deco? Art Nouveau? Art Deco? Art Nouveau? All right, Art Deco or Art Nouveau? Art Deco? Art Nouveau? Art Deco? Maybe Art Nouveau? Honestly, I can't remember. So if you remember if this is Art Deco or Art Nouveau, put it in my comments below. I'll probably look it up eventually, but I'm too tired right now. I'm going to bed.